Dear student, due to coronavirus, school started online classes for your study. So you can subscribe Golden Flower Palia YouTube channel, like and press the bell icon.
Hello students, again I am in front of you today with the next video. It is chemistry and we are going to discuss the chapter solution part number 6. Okay, in this part we are going to discuss very important topic today. Why it is very important? Because in the board examination the maximum number of numerical comes from only this topic. Okay, at least one numerical you will get, definitely sure you will get in the board examination from this topic. So today's topic is very important. You have to see it very carefully and go through the every definition and every part that I'm going to tell you, and you have to once take the recap of the last video also. In the last lecture what I told you about the Raoult's law, about the ideal solution, about the non-ideal solutions. We had a long talk about azeotropes, maximum and minimum type of azeotropes. So these all topics that I taught you in the last video, in this video, and before the third part also, second part also, that all the topics are very important because this chapter cost you about 8 marks. Okay, it will come definitely of 6 to 8 marks in the board examination. Okay, so let's start the topic for today. Today's topic, it is colligative property. I'm going to explain you colligative property. Here it is 4 colligative property I'm going to explain you today. Okay, first of all we have to know what is colligative property, from where this name was drawn. This name was taken from the Latin word co means together, and legere, legere word, it comes from the Latin, it means bind. Okay, so together bind, its full meaning. When you are adding a non-volatile solute in a solvent, okay, its vapor pressure decreases. Okay, its vapor pressure decreases. On the basis of this decrease in vapor pressure, there comes some of the property arises over there for the solution, and these properties are called colligative property, which depends upon the number of solute particles. Okay, number of solute particles, or we can say that a number of moles of solute. Okay, whatever amount of solute we are going to add in a solvent, the property which are based on the amount of that solute, that are called colligative property. Okay, and before telling you colligative property, I told you that when you are adding a non-volatile solute in a solvent, the vapor pressure is going to be decreased. Okay, on the basis of this decrease in vapor pressure, we are going to explain all these topics, all these colligative property today. Okay, so let's take what are the colligative property, what kind of colligative properties are there. First I am going to write what is colligative property. Colligative properties are those, and they are proportional to number of particles of solute. Okay, this question also comes in board examination sometimes. By taking the name of a colligative property, it asks, generally it asks, explain this is a colligative property. Okay, why this property is a colligative property. Okay, I am going to write the name of the colligative property. If we are going to classify the colligative property, there are 4 types. The basic 4 types are, the first is relative lowering of vapor pressure. Second, it is elevation of boiling point, elevation of boiling point. Third, it is depression of freezing point. Okay, and fourth, it is osmotic pressure. Okay, one by one I am going to explain you everybody what are the colligative property. Okay, what are the colligative property? Which are proportional to the number of solute particles, which are depends upon the number of solute particle, or we can say that which are directly proportional to the moles of solute. Okay, number of moles of solute added into a solution. Okay, what are they? They are relative lowering of vapor pressure. We already had a discussion about this property in the last video. In the last video, I had explained when the non-volatile solute is added in a solvent, a solution formed, and how the route is going to be explained. This what is the Raoult's law for the non-volatile solute, that I explained over there. So in that explanation, I told you how relative lowering of vapor pressure, where we are taking the derivation, how we drive the derivation of the relative lowering of vapor pressure. Okay, so you have to see once the last video also for this one property, the specially relative lowering of vapor pressure, elevation of boiling point, depression of freezing point, and osmotic pressure. Keep remember all these four properties. These are the colligative property, out of which first I am going to explain you about relative lowering of vapor pressure. What is relative lowering of vapor pressure? Okay, so when you are adding a non-volatile solute in a solution, its vapor pressure is going to be decrease. Okay, so solution's vapor pressure will be less. Solvent vapor pressure was more than the solution, because after adding the non-volatile solute, vapor pressure decreases. Okay, so when vapor pressure decreases, so what will be the decrease in vapor pressure? Decrease in vapor pressure will be equal to the vapor pressure of the solvent minus vapor pressure of the solution. Relative word, where the relative word comes? Relative word come when we are dividing one quantity to the another quantity, when we are going to compare one quantity with the another quantity. Okay, in the language of mathematics, relative word when comes when we are comparing one quantity with the another quantity. Okay, so here we are comparing the decrease in vapor pressure relative to the vapor pressure of the solvent. Okay, so decrease in vapor pressure relative to the vapor pressure of solvent, that is called relative lowering of vapor pressure. Okay, and as I told you that in the last video, I told how the Raoult's law explained for the non-volatile solute, and there I have been derived the equation for the relative lowering of vapor pressure. Once you see from that video, okay, I'll provide you link below in the description box of this video. Okay, so you can see from there relative lowering of vapor pressure. I'll just write the formula. What I told you, relative lowering of vapor pressure is the decrease in vapor pressure upon the vapor pressure of pure solvent. Okay, decrease in vapor pressure upon vapor pressure of pure solvent. Okay, this is the relative lowering of vapor pressure. It is called relative lowering of vapor pressure. Okay, so what is decrease in vapor pressure? If we let vapor pressure of pure solvent is equal to P naught. Okay, vapor pressure of solution, that is P. So decrease in vapor pressure will be P naught minus P. I told you the vapor pressure of pure solvent will be more than the vapor pressure of the solution. So decrease in vapor pressure will be equal to vapor pressure of solvent minus vapor pressure of solution. So this is the decrease in vapor pressure, and we are going to divide it with the vapor pressure of pure solvent, and that is P naught. Now this is called relative lowering of vapor pressure. Okay, and it is equal to the mole fraction of solute. It is equal to the mole fraction of solute. That I explained you in the last video. Again and again I am telling you, in the last video I had explained everything. You have to see that video for the recap of this lecture. Okay, because this lecture is totally based on the last video, and the last video was based on the second last video. Okay, you have to see all the videos related to the solution chapter, because all are very important. It is a numerical part, and sure numerical will come from this chapter. At least 2 numerical you will get from the concentration part and from the colligative property. Okay, and one of the question that is in the theoretical part, from the theoretical part, like azeotrope, minimum azeotrope, ideal, non-ideal, Raoult's law, like this question can come. Okay, so it is very important chapter in the sense of board examination. So you have to see all the parts of this chapter. All are very important. Okay, so what is relative lowering of vapor pressure? I told you that is decrease in vapor pressure of the solvent upon the vapor pressure of pure solvent, that is equal to the mole fraction of the solute. If we are considering there are solute and solvent, A is solute, A is solvent, okay, A is solvent and B is solute, and together they are forming a solution AB. They are forming a solution AB. Okay, A is solvent, B is solute. Sorry, I have written solution, it is solute. Okay, so A is solvent, B is solute, and here I have written mole fraction of the solute. So I have to mention this in the formula also. What will be the formula now? P naught minus P upon P naught is equal to XB or chi B. Chi is the symbol that we are using to show the mole fraction. Okay, so chi B is the mole fraction of the solute. Solute we have considered B, and B is the solute, and chi B is the mole fraction of the solute. And what is the mole fraction of any of the component? If you are going to add together two components, any one component's mole fraction is equal to the number of moles of that particular component upon the number of moles of the solution. Okay, so what will be the moles, number of moles of B? That will be NB, and the solutions there will be Na and Nb. In the solution, the number of moles of solute and solvent both will be present. So here the mole fraction of the solute will be Nb upon Na plus Nb, that is equal to P naught minus P upon P naught. I think it is very much clear. Okay, if we are writing this formula in terms of weight and molecular weight, so what is the formula for number of moles? Number of moles is equal to weight of substance upon molecular weight. Okay, this is the formula for number of moles. Number of moles. Okay, so any one of the component number of moles will be equal to the weight of substance that is taken in the solution and its molecular weight. Okay, the ratio of these two is called number of moles. So here I am going to mention in this formula P naught minus P upon P naught is equal to, here we can write WB, the weight of substance that is taken in the solution of B, that is WB, and molecular weight of B, that is MB. Like for the Na there will be WA upon MA and WB upon MB. Okay, so when there it is no condition given for the numerical, you have to write straight away this formula to find out any of the value. It can be asked molecular weight of the solute, it can be asked relative lowering of vapor pressure, it can be asked vapor pressure of the solution. So any of the term can be asked in the numerical part. Okay, rest of the term will be given to you. If the solution part, if the solution is having the number of moles of solvent very much greater than the number of moles of solute, if number of moles of solvent is more than the number of moles of solute, then from the denominator part you have to neglect this value. Like you are taking a solution in which water it act as a solvent, okay, and glucose or urea something like that is acting as a solute part, okay, and solution is dilute. Solution is dilute means the solvent part is taken in the large quantity. That means water part is taken in the large quantity. In that condition, what you have to do, whether you are doing the calculation for this kind of question, you have to neglect the denominator part, the number of moles of the solute from the denominator part. Okay, so keep remember for this thing, if the number of moles of solvent is larger than the number of moles of solute, you have to neglect this part from the denominator. Okay, so P naught minus P upon P naught is equal to WB upon MB, and this we can written as MA upon WA. Okay, so most probably when the question comes we take this formula because it is quite easy to solve this. If you are having the calculator, you can use this formula also. There will be no large difference between your answer. Okay, here answer will be little greater, okay, for this one part, because one of the part we are deleting here. So what happens when the solution part, the solution is made like solvent is greater in huge quantity and solute is in the smaller quantity, then we use this formula. Okay, so keep remember this formula. This was the relative lowering of vapor pressure. I think I have explained a lot of about this. Okay.
Do self-study at home and stay home, save lives.